Welcome back. My name is Kavika and I am the Squared Circle Scholar. Tonight, I will be doing my predictions for WWE's Night of Champions. Before I get started, make sure to let me know down in the comments below who do you think's going to win and lose at Night of Champions and what craziness you think will unfold. First on the card, we have a street fight. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. I only think this match is happening because there is going to be a turning point here with Raquel. She's no longer just going to be Liv Morgan's enforcer, or in all reality, Judgment Day's enforcer. She's going to finally burst out on the scene as her own star and not just be a tag team champion. I see this as the stepping stone towards maybe a Intercontinental run, United States run, depending on where she exactly falls on whichever brand. We really don't need Rhea Ripley winning here. Like everyone knows, she can have a world title match anytime she wants. That's why she didn't win Money in the Bank. It's why she's not winning Queen of the Ring here. This is just to make Raquel Rodriguez look super insanely strong against one of WWE's best women right now. And also with Liv Morgan out right now, this makes perfect sense. Let's take Liv Morgan's injury and give somebody else the spotlight so that way we're not thinking about Liv Morgan the entire time. Especially because they're both in Judgment Day. Raquel's going to need something to do holding the tag belts all by herself. So if you couldn't guess, I'm going with Raquel winning this hands down. Next on the card, for the United States Championship, we have champion Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. Now, this match I am kind of up in the air on. I do think Jacob Fatu is going to pull this out, but then where does that leave Solo Sikoa? That leaves him with Minecraft Mateo, and what else? Maybe they go for the tag team championships since they're on SmackDown and that's already a fantastic tag team division. I can see them adding to that. But aside from that, I really don't see where they go. And then if you have Solo winning, I don't see where that goes either, because who is Solo going to face? A Jacob rematch, the rubber match, Damian Priest, LA Knight. I don't see where that goes. I really don't see where Jacob goes either after this. Who's he gonna fight? Damian Priest? I guess it'd be an alright feud, but I don't know. Right now, I love Jacob Fatu being the champion. I just need him to have some people he can beat the crap out of. Because that's what we all want to see. We just want to see Jacob Fatu beat the crap out of somebody. And I would like to see Solo Sikoa and Minecraft Mateo go after the tag team championships, especially now that we have the Wyatt Six back and this insane, absolutely insane tag team division on SmackDown. It is crazy how good the tag team division is. Or maybe Solo Sikoa loses here and he gets, shipped over to Raw, him and Minecraft Mateo. I think that's a pretty good idea. Bolster the tag team division on Raw and give them some new faces to fight. Leave Jacob on SmackDown. He's no longer has anything to do with the bloodline, the Samoan family, whatever. He's his own person. He's his own champion. Let him sink or swim. Jacob Fatu is winning at Night of Champions. Next on the card, we have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. The fans asked for it, and we are finally getting it. It is no longer going to be just a 30-second segment here, a minute-long segment here. No, we are getting a full Karrion Kross match on a premium live event. Can you believe it? because I surely can't. And I know a lot of people are saying that Sami is going to win here and that he might turn to this more darker, twisted side that we kind of saw on Monday Night Raw. But I think this is Karrion Kross's time to win. He needs to punch his ticket right now, because if we don't capture this lightning in a bottle, he got over for nothing. Now, it is on Karrion Kross to give an amazing match here. I'm talking like this has to be top notch. There can't be a single lull in this match. Nothing. This match has to go perfect. I think it will because, it's Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. I mean, every match I've seen of his has been good. It's been a serviceable match. Nothing's been like crazy. But you have Sami Zayn. How could you not put on a good match? So although I do think it would be interesting if Sami won and if Sami won and it brought out like a darker side of him, maybe he has to win through, some disqualifications, shenanigans, maybe he pulls out a chair or something like that. Although that would be interesting, I think it'd be even more interesting if Karrion Kross wins here and actually show Sami Zayn how right he's been the entire time, how right Karrion Kross has been the entire time about Sami Zayn. And with saying that, I hope and I know Karrion Kross is going to win. He has to win. There is no ifs, ands, or buts here. Next on the card, we have for the undisputed WWE Championship, John Cena versus CM Punk. Now, while this match probably should have happened at the last Premium Live event, Money in the Bank, which was amazing. I got to see that live. I'm glad it's happening now because at least we are getting the John Cena CM Punk match we have all been waiting for. And they've been showing on Raw, their roles have flipped. CM Punk was the guy who was going against everything in WWE and trying to leave the company with the title. And now it's Cena, who hates wrestling, I guess. He's trying to, ruin wrestling for everybody. He's trying to take the title away from the company with him. And now Punk is like a company dude. He's trying to do what's in best interest of the company. And it's kind of weird in a way. I don't think John Cena's the heel in this match. I don't think CM Punk is the heel in this match. I don't think there's a face in this match at all. I don't know what these two guys are because everything John said in his Pipe Bomb 2.0 promo was true. Punk isn't the voice of the voiceless anymore. He's a corporate guy. He came back for the moolah. But then again, everything Punk has said has been true. He's let that title corrupt him. John Cena is corrupted by that championship and wanting to remove it and ruin wrestling for everybody. I think I have it here to the side of me of who I've chosen. And I'll tell you who I've chosen here. I've picked John Cena to retain the championship, which I do think will happen, but I don't think John Cena is going to necessarily win the match. Something's going to happen here where it's not a clean finish. He's not going to beat CM Punk like he beat Cody, like he beat Truth, like he beat Orton. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think it's going to be some disqualification. I think it might even be another draw because people are talking about how they had a draw way back when and CM Punk still retained the title. Either way, that's all interesting to me. Either way they want to do it, I'm fine with. Even if they want to go the route of the past few times, Cody, Truth, Orton, where, John hits him with the belt or whatever, low blow, whatever, I'm fine with that. As long as we can get that last promo Cena did, that's probably like peak heel Cena. As long as we can keep rolling with that, then I'm fine with it. Let's keep going with it. But I do think something, some shenanigans is going to happen that aren't of Cena's doing. He's not going to do something heelish to win. I think something else is going to happen. But I do think John Cena retains here, and then I do think this leads into like some kind of triple threat fatal four-way match for the title with I'm thinking John Cena, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and probably Randy Orton. Could be Randy Orton, could be like Roman Reigns, maybe somewhere in there. But in order for that to happen, John Cena has to win here, which he will. Next on the card, in the Queen of the Ring Tournament Finals, we have Asuka versus Jade Cargill. So we have two Queen King of the Ring Tournament Finals happening here at Night of Champions. And only one, oh, duh, they're going to win, can happen. And it's not this one. So Jade Cargill here is the safe option because she can win, go on to fight Tiffany Stratton, have a good feud there, and then Naomi cashes in. That's like the most linear storyline you could possibly have here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it would be kind of predictable, and depending on how they do it, it could be kind of boring because Jade isn't necessarily good enough in the ring to hold her own. So she needs somebody like a Naomi or Tiffany Stratton, or in this case, Asuka, to be like a ring general for her. And then she doesn't really have a character beyond I'm a wrestler. So, like I said, it's kind of linear and boring. Whereas Asuka has a character, is amazing in the ring, and has a perfectly good setup storyline here with Io Sky if she wins. This could lead up Asuka, Io Sky at like SummerSlam or something like that. And it would be so much more interesting than Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton, in my opinion. You have them two go out there and do a promo yelling at each other in Japanese. Who doesn't want that? I want that. I might not understand what they're saying, but I want that. I usually don't talk about AEW at all, but when Hangman Adam Page came out and did a whole promo speaking Spanish, I picked up a few words here or there. I didn't really know what he was saying most of the time, but that's fine. It's you can understand past the words as the crowd reacts around it. So I think this is the way to go. Asuka, Io Sky, SummerSlam. Asuka is your queen of the ring. She's your Empress of Tomorrow. She's your Queen of the Ring, and then eventual world champion. You can't write it any better than that, right? And finally, in the King of the Ring tournament final, we have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Now, just a few moments ago, I said that there is going to be a predictable finish in one of the finals of the King or Queen of the Ring tournament finals. And this is the one. I think Cody Rhodes wins here, and he probably goes on to SummerSlam to fight John Cena, and I think he loses there. I think he loses there because an eventual triple threat, fatal four-way, something big has to happen where John Cena is having to face all of these guys. I think that's where it eventually leads to. But I do also want to bring up the dynamic of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and their historied past of what was their faction name? I can't remember it. I'll Google it if they had one. But I think they had one, and I can't remember right now. It'll be somewhere on the screen right now if it exists. If not, this part is going to look really dumb. But I remember back when I was a kid, it was Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase Jr. And while Ted is in here, we have Cody and Randy. And Randy was kind of like a mentor to Cody, kind of like Triple H was for Randy. And now they're coming down to this King of the Ring tournament final to see who's going to go after a world championship here. Randy wants his 15th, I think it is. And Cody, he just recently lost his at WrestleMania. He wants it back. Like, give me back my title. So I think this is probably the best ending we could have got for a final. And I think it's interesting that we had 4 faces in the semifinals. We have 2 faces, of course, in the finals. They could literally go at either world champion if they wanted to. If Gunther wins against Goldberg, Saturday night's main event, it doesn't matter if Cody wants to go after Gunther. It makes sense. Randy wants to go after Gunther. It makes sense. Same thing with Goldberg. You just have to turn Goldberg heel. I don't think anybody legitimately wants Goldberg to win, so he'd probably be a de facto heel. Cody Rhodes is a face. Randy Orton's a face. It writes itself. John Cena's a heel. We already know Cody and John have that beef. Randy and John have their beef. So they could literally go after any champion they want. Heck, even if CM Punk wins, because CM Punk is like this ultimate tweener of he's a face and heel at the same time. The fans love him, but they never really hate him enough to boo him. So you could easily slot him against Cody or Randy if he turns out to be the undisputed champion. I think this is a fantastic way to book the men's finals here. And those are my predictions for WWE's Night of Champions happening this Saturday. And you know what? If you're watching this far, make sure you leave once again in the comments down below. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to lose? Where do you think these storylines wind up after Night of Champions? And since you're already down there, you might as well like the video, and you might as well subscribe and hit the little notification bell. It'll send you a little ding to your phone every single time this channel uploads. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time.